A speed bump exists because speed is easy, but restraint is not. As roads improved, vehicles became faster than the environments they moved through. Smooth pavement, powerful engines, and quiet cabins removed the sensory cues that once regulated speed naturally. Drivers no longer felt how fast they were going. They had to be told. Early traffic control relied on information. Signs posted limits, paint marked lanes, signals instructed when to stop or go. These systems assumed attention, compliance, and shared priorities. They worked best when drivers agreed with them. But agreement is fragile. Residential streets, parking lots, school zones, and shared spaces expose the limits of instruction-based control. Drivers were not malicious. They were distracted, hurried, unfamiliar, or confident in their own judgment. The environment offered little resistance, so speed crept upward. The problem was not ignorance. It was feedback. Speed bumps emerged as a solution that bypassed persuasion entirely. Instead of asking drivers to slow down, they changed the physical cost of not slowing down. This shift is critical. The speed bump does not communicate rules. It enforces consequences. Its design reflects this purpose. A speed bump must be tall enough to engage suspension systems and low enough to remain passable. Too shallow, and it disappears at speed. Too steep, and it becomes a barrier. The correct profile produces discomfort without damage, at least when approached responsibly. Materials are chosen for durability and predictability. Asphalt integrates with the road. Rubber allows modular installation and replacement. The surface must maintain its shape under repeated impacts. Irregular wear is not ideal, but uniformity is less important than persistence. Placement matters more than appearance. Speed bumps appear where shared risk is high and reaction time is short, near schools, crossings, parking structures, and residential zones. These are places where visual attention is divided and where errors carry disproportionate consequences. The speed bump also changes behavior before contact. Drivers learn to scan for them. Anticipation alters speed in advance. Over time, drivers internalize the expectation of interruption in certain environments. The road becomes legible not through signs, but through memory and bodily experience. This is where the design becomes psychological. A speed bump reframes speed as something negotiated with the environment, not just chosen by the driver. It reminds the driver that the road is not neutral. It belongs to others, pedestrians, residents, children, objects not moving at vehicle speed. Unlike enforcement, speed bumps do not assign blame. There is no authority figure, no judgment. The feedback is immediate and impersonal. The road responds the same way every time. This consistency matters. Human behavior adapts more readily to reliable consequences than to variable enforcement. A speed bump never has a bad day. It never looks the other way. It never escalates. It simply exists. Critically, speed bumps do not eliminate speed. They localize it. Drivers slow down briefly, then resume. This reflects a realistic understanding of behavior. Total compliance is unlikely. Targeted moderation is achievable. The trade-off is comfort. Speed bumps prioritize safety over smoothness. They accept inconvenience as a design feature. This is why they feel blunt. They are not optimized for pleasure. They are optimized for clarity. The clear moment of realization comes when you notice that speed bumps are rarely placed where speed is genuinely dangerous at all times. They appear where danger is situational, where unpredictability is high, where sightlines are poor, where vulnerable bodies exist alongside fast machines. The speed bump is not correcting reckless drivers. It is compensating for environments that cannot tolerate mistakes. This also explains why speed bumps are controversial. They are felt by everyone, not just offenders. Emergency vehicles, cyclists, residents, all experience the same interruption. The design accepts this inequity because selective enforcement would require constant attention. Speed bumps also reveal something deeper about modern design. As systems grow complex, designers increasingly embed rules into physical form rather than instructions. Doors that only open one way, benches that discourage sleeping, software that prevents invalid input. The speed bump belongs to this family. It is governance by geometry. Over time, speed bumps fade into the background. Drivers expect them. Residents stop noticing them. Only when they are missing do people feel exposed. The absence becomes louder than the presence ever was. At the end of the day, the speed bump does not care how fast you want to go. It does not negotiate urgency or intention. It simply makes the cost of excess unavoidable, but temporary. Invisible design often works by making the wrong action slightly uncomfortable instead of forbidden. The speed bump does exactly that. It nudges behavior without argument, reshaping how people move through shared space by letting the road, rather than a rule, do the talking.